Yeah, so just another case of this show does not explain shit to you.
I sense your growing malice with each episode. Come on, there was some fun stuff in here.
Oh yeah? Name 10 fun things in this episode.
Okay, I got nothing, Jeff. I got nothing. I don't understand what's happening in this show.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and this is the Tower of God Episode 10 review. With me, as always, is Coby. Welcome to the show, Coby.
Hello, thanks for having me, Jeff.
So what do you think of this episode?
I think it was a good ramp up. You know, like things are starting to happen. I think we're in the end game. I think there's only 12, 13 episodes, right? So it's like they really had to move the pieces into place. And it had Rex as a little dude. So, I mean, maybe that's why I liked it.
I don't like this episode.
Not at all. You didn't like it at all.
No, and it might be the fact that I was a little distracted because I was also cooking meatloaf while I was watching it. But even despite that, from what I saw, it's more of what the fuck is going on kind of thing. I feel like they're still trying to build up the world while also trying to build up stakes, and they also reveal that there's some kind of like inner political conflicts with like the blonde dude and one of the dudes who was a teacher, the guy who was teaching them how to do Shinsu. I guess he's kind of like trying to conspire against the king. So there's that.
I think the point of this episode was to build up their head administrator as kind of this mysterious bad guy. Right, because there was a few things that he did that were supposed to raise red flags. Like one, we were supposed to see how powerful he is, that he could turn Rex into a miniature version of Rex, like just like that, like super easily. Two, we found out that he has a agenda. He's after something because he doesn't like, it seems like he doesn't like irregulars in the tower, or he doesn't like things that are going to affect the tower, and he thinks Bam is going to do it. So that's why he's letting the spy who's come in continue to operate, because he just wants to protect the tower at all costs. So we're supposed to think that this guy is pretty powerful, and he's like the fish king or something, and that he's the one we gotta watch out for. He's the big bad of season 1.
Okay, so this is, again, one of my main problems with the show is that I feel like they're just kind of throwing shit at you. There's no sense of progression, in my opinion. I mean, in the beginning, it seemed like, I felt like it was more of like, okay, we're just gonna go level by level, and each level is gonna get, more and more difficult. But we've been kind of stuck in this weird limbo state where it's suddenly become kind of like a high school anime where everyone's kind of like rooming with each other, everyone's having fun, having drinks and shit. And then there's like that tag game. And then I felt like we're gonna go back to like, all right, guys, here, we're gonna do more tests again. We're gonna go through each level of the tower. But then they're just like, no, but actually, there's a super test, and we're gonna go there. And I guess that's just my main complaint, is that I'm not feeling like the stakes are really ramping up. I just kind of feel like it's like a rocky ship in a hurricane, being tossed to and fro, and not in a pleasant way. Instead, it's just kind of like throwing shit at you and being like, hey, take that. Here, side story. Oh, also, inner conspiracy shit. Also, this is the bad guy.
You know what would be awesome, which I think would fix the show. I guess it's hard to say fix the show, because as our comments have kind of said, it's like the webtoon this is based on is leaving out a lot of stuff. So it's like I feel like we're not getting the fleshed out version, and people who watch the webtoon know more about what's going on. But what I think of how this could actually be fixed is, I keep thinking of Promise Neverland, about how good that first season was about setting this team up to try to get to the next level, which is, like outside the wall. Like, if this season was kind of structured around, okay, we got to pass this test in order to start our main adventure, and do so with like an overlord kind of watching us, that'd be pretty cool. I think I would be more invested in what's happening, because just like right now, it's like I really don't care about the administrators and their faults and who they are, and I don't care about King Jihad and overthrowing him or keeping him in power, because I don't know if he's a good king or a bad king, and I don't care about one of that princess of Jihad who is still stuck in like that limbo state who like can't get out. So I feel like the structure of the season is kind of faulted for me, and if you don't read the webtoon, I'm curious if we're just wrong, if we're just not liking it because for some reason, and other people think this is the best show ever. Like I wonder if we're just not getting the right thing out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. There are a bunch of subplots that, or maybe they're even the main plots, they're just plots that I don't really give a fuck about, because I thought this was about Bam and Rachel, but I guess there's like a bigger world out there. And I know that's kind of how, that's how shows start. They start with this kind of smaller personal story, and then they kind of build the lore around that and raise the stakes that way, but I'm just not convinced. I'm not sold on these stories, these grander stories that are happening on in the background that'll probably become more relevant later. I just don't know. And again, I think it boils down to, Bam being kind of a weak MC. because his relationship with Rachel, I don't give a fuck about it. The fact that he wants to live and die for Rachel, I don't give a fuck about that. Do you give a fuck about that?
I don't, but I at least appreciate that they're doing something different. They could have easily have done the whole season of just like him searching for Rachel and only finding her at like the end, but they did something like they find her like right off the bat. They discover her identity, and she says it's like, you shouldn't, I'm actually a really horrible, shitty person. You shouldn't help me. Like, cause like I left you behind, and now Bam is like, I don't care that you did that. I'm still gonna help you. So it's like, that's at least different than like the normal way of that this could have gone. And I appreciate that. I'm not invested in it, but I at least, like that they did something with it. But I don't care about the relationship.
Exactly. I mean, different doesn't necessarily mean good. In fact, it just kind of makes Bam look dumb.
Ooh, that's the headline. Different doesn't necessarily mean good.
All right. Thanks for fishing for the headline, Coby.
No problem.
You want to sign us off?
Sure, you've been watching this on Nerd Blaze. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you all very much for watching. Go check out our channel. We have a lot of cool videos on there, a lot of different anime videos. And we'll be back next week, and hopefully our feelings will change. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.